Okay, so here's that wobbler after I gave it a little bit of a sealing coat, and you can really see now those flawed areas. I hardened the material in there with a little bit of crazy glue and let that harden, so it's not fluffing out anymore. But you can see all these little niches and nicks. And before I move on, I'm also gonna drill a hole for a little counterweight, a little belly weight, and drill the hole for the forward hook. I'll drill a pilot hole. I'm going to use the chuck as a depth gauge. If I hit chuck, it's going to go through, so I'm going to put it in a little farther. I should do it. Give this another shot. So I don't really need to go very deep, just deep enough for that lead slug. Ease my way in there. You have to be careful with drill bits. Sometimes they'll bite and pull in, so you really have to go at a snail's pace. So that's plenty deep. Now I just need to make sure it'll go in without cracking the wood. So I'm going to go ahead and pinch this down a little farther. Nice thing about lead is that it's so malleable. So that should do it. I'm just going to shove it in there. Just as long as it's below the surface, I can fill that in. That's my weight. Okay, I'm going to use this epoxy putty. So I'm going to knead it and get it mixed. So all you got to do is knead the two parts together. Okay, that's mixed. Now I just want to get a little bit of acetone. And this is a pinch. I don't know how much that is, but it's a tiny bit. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to go ahead and just turn this into a slurry. This is going to take a little work. It's starting to get there. The idea is that I can create a little bit of a putty, fill those holes, and then the acetone evaporates really quickly. Okay, so this is what this mess looks like. Unfortunately, this is not like the best practice. Anyway, it'll still be a lure. It'll just be a lot more sandy. So I'm going to go ahead and hang that bad boy up, let it dry. So let me show you my current projects. This is my little torpedo-shaped topwater with a rattle in it. I've got it nicely clear-coated just to seal it. And this is an experimental model. My idea here is to create kind of a jitterbug from the lathe. So I'm not sure it'll work, but it was an interesting attempt anyway. It was kind of fun to make. This is actually made out of cypress, so I think it's kind of I don't know, appropriate, right? Have a piece of cypress turned into like a little frog lure. So those two are in the process. My hands are a mess, and I'll get back to you when I get more. I've caught you up on what I've made on the lathe. I'm gonna take these down to the lake and try them out, just to see how they behave. So I've stuck some simulation weights. This is just a little lead split shot on a snap swivel. This is the wobbler. I've got it sealed, so you can kind of see that it's got a little bit of a sheen on it. I also have the jitterbug style one down at the dock already, and I'll show you how that works.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so first I want to try this. This is the little jitterbug type lure I made on the lathe. I really just made it out of memory of what a jitterbug looks like. Highly experimental, but I've got to be honest with you, I tested it already and I'm just absolutely shocked at how good it works. And the beauty is, with the old jitterbug, the speed was critical. You had to go kind of slow, but not too slow. But with this, you can really come in pretty quick. And it works absolutely phenomenal. I can't believe how good it works. Just delighted with this. I can't believe how good it works. And this is right out of the box. This is really rare. Usually I'll come up with some funky design and it'll be so far from actually working. I'll have to tweak it a million times. This is just Unbelievable. And it comes at me straight too. This is this little bullet shaped top water that I made with a rattle in it. Not very floaty, but it comes to the surface. It's not buoyant enough to really walk the dog very well, but it'll kind of sub-walk. Not too bad. That it floats so tail down. The whole thing is almost completely underwater. See that? It's just a little too heavy. This is my wobbler. Again, made all out of one piece of wood. I haven't put it in the water. This is going to be the first time it goes in the water. So you're watching it along with me. So it floats. Looks like it floats pretty much horizontal. It's got a pretty nice wiggle. It's definitely going to my left, so I'm going to give it a little tweak. It's got a pretty nice motion. Tends to have a little bit of an unstable wobble. I kind of like that. What do they call that? Hunting. It hunts a little bit. Coming in nice and straight. Let's see how quick it floats. There it is. Looks like it's diving about 3 feet. If I can overpower it, I'm gonna try to reel it as fast as I can. Yep. You can overpower it a little bit. So I'm gonna tweak it. Alright, I'm gonna reel as fast as I can. No, now it's tracking really good. Doesn't look like it's getting overpowered at all. It's coming back nice and hot. Oh yeah, this will be trollable. Well, I gotta say, 2 out of 3 is not bad. This topwater is kind of marginal. It might end up being a Christmas ornament, but these two are just amazing. I just can't believe how well this worked. This looks like something out of that Stranger Things show, but this works really well. Of course, this is a very traditional lure, so I'm happy that that I did it right. Okay, thanks for watching, and catch you next time.